Hello and welcome. My name is Fredrik and I'm your running technique specialist. And this episode is all about the great running technique tip: run like a dead octopus. In basically all sports with dynamic movements where you have to create power, the majority of the power comes from the center of the body, the core and the hip. In addition, relaxation is very important. If you know an elite runner or a sprinter at a really high level, ask them if relaxation is important. They will say yes, relaxation is very important. Or ask a golfer if they should tense up their arm to maximize the power when they stand at tee with their driver and or if the drive in the swing comes from the hip, which in turn pulls the arms. And relaxation is very important. Or for my American friends, when hitting a baseball, should you stand still with your hip and create all the power in your arms driving the bat like this? No way. It's all in the hip. I can't play baseball, but you get the general idea. And this is also very true for running. The power comes from the center, and that's where the movement starts and then propagates out to the arms and legs. Just listen to what Usain Bolt has to say on the matter.
What should you work on the most as a track athlete?
It's always core. And yeah, abs and back exercise. That's where the speed comes from. I think that's the key to helping everyone, because when you're running, if your core is not strong, your legs, your knees don't come up, and you tend to get injured more when you don't have a strong core. So if I would say anything, if you're going to work on anything constantly, definitely your core. All core exercise I hated, but I had to do it, so yeah.
Simon Mutai has the fastest known time for running unassisted to the top of Kilimanjaro and back down again. And he said the same thing when I was at his house on the hills of Kilimanjaro and when he raided one of his hives so we could try what he has as a sports drink, homegrown honey. And he said, it's all about the core and the center of the body, and that's why I do a lot of yoga, because that focuses on my strength and the power here. So the hip should have a three-dimensional movement like this. This is also injury prevention. In a study looking at injury risk, it was found that those who had this movement in the hip, like the picture on the left, which is taken from the study, it was associated with a lower risk of running-related injuries compared to runners who kept their hips still, like the picture on the right. And the shoulders have a little slide back and forth like this, but without turning the body, as Gautam Ghebreyesus so nicely shows here. It is this combination of movements in the shoulders and the hip that makes the hands swings in small circles in front of the body of Eliud Kipchoge. And they did so also on Kelvin Kiptum. And the same is also true for the legs. They should also just be thrown around completely relaxed. To make this happen, I like to say to runners I meet, you should run like a dead octopus. Yes, normally in that voice as well. Because if you think that I'm now holding a dead octopus in front of me, and now I do this, then the octopus arms move down here. But it's not the arms that creates the movements, it is the body. The arms just follow along. Running works in the same way. It's this part in the middle, this kind of twisted movement, that in turn creates the power in the stride. And it's the same dead octopus idea in many sports. Again, baseball. It's not the octopus arms that is moving the bat. I'm just twisting my body, my hip, and the octopus arm follow. or a discus throw, or tennis, octopus arm, javelin, hip, octopus arm, karate, hip, octopus leg. And if you do this well, as you will learn 100% in my online course, the running like dead octopus instruction helps to counteract the fact that many recreational runners have a little seated position when they run, and that you get the help to get the hip in a better position and with more knee drive without trying to push the hip forward or trying to put more energy to lift your knees higher. That will just happen automatically with the dead octopus mindset and the hip and shoulders that moves like I showed you. So now just try it yourself. Be a dead octopus when you run. Fruppity puppity puppity bum. Good luck and see you in the next video.